I'm Bob Clark. It's now time for our commercial real estate report here on News Radio 770 KKOB. With us on the program is Walt Arnold from Sperry, Van Ness. And Walt, what do you have for us today?
Hey, well, good morning, Bob. I wanted to talk a little bit today about tenant improvements, or TIs, in the leasing process. And Andy Lee, general contractor, has been kind enough to provide me with some information on construction of tenant improvements and also with some general costs of construction for tenant improvements in this market.
Now, how often in the leasing process are tenants dealing with tenant improvements?
Well, every time a space is leased, there's a conversation about tenant improvements and who and how they will be paid. So it's important to analyze the requirements and to cost those TIs as soon as possible.
What were some of Andy's suggestions?
Well, first of all, you got to educate clients about the time required for estimating and build-out, and give space planners, contractors, and the permitting process the time to be done correctly. And this will vary based on the scope of the work. You need to be specific about the scope of the work required. The more info, the better about the specific requirements. Third, you got to give the contractor the time to prepare the bid and also to complete the work. That's important too. And fourth, you got to control your design elements and use what's in the space as much as possible. And here's an interesting note: a 12-foot 1-inch room, a 12-foot 1-inch by 12-foot 1-inch office is $200 more than a 12 by 12 room. Yeah. So those are a few suggestions in the tenant improvement process.
Well, can you provide some detail on costs and what causes tenant improvements to be high?
Hey, Bob, one reason that is the new International Building Code, it's IBC, now requires every suite to have a water cooler and a mop sink at the cost of about $2,500 each. So if tenants and building owners don't plan effectively and have to put a rush on the TI process, it will drive the price higher. The hurry-up factor increases the contractor's risk, thereby increasing the markup. And another issue to be careful with is a change in use of the property. And that might trigger upgrades like more restrooms, fire sprinklers, or fire-rated walls. A use change might also be would be a change like from a warehouse to maybe a charter school, for example. So, and Bob, here are some other common general improvement cost numbers for some common improvements. Like, for example, if you want to do paint and carpet, that'd be about $5 a foot. Paint, carpet, minor walls, and some minor cabinetry, that's about $8 to $15 per square foot. Office build out from a warm shell, that's about $30 to $40 a square foot based on the number of private offices. And a build-out from a totally cold shell for office space is $45 plus per square foot.
All right, Walt, how can people reach you today to talk more about commercial real estate?
Hey, well, thanks, Bob. Call Walt Arnold, 256-1255. Our website's waltarnold.com. At Sperry, Van Ness, we focus on commercial real estate. We do it very well. Hey, give me a call to talk about your commercial real estate needs and requirements. Hey, Bob, I appreciate it. Thanks. Have a great week.
Walt Arnold, Sperry, Van Ness here on 770 KKOB.